Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to go over my favorite apps today. Quite a few of you have asked me to make a video showing what apps I use the most, that sort of thing, so let's go ahead and go over some of them. Let's zoom in here a little bit. You can see the screen a little better. Now, the apps I use mostly aren't things like games. They're more utilities and news readers and things like that. As you can see on my home screen, I have Facebook, Bible, YouTube, things I use a lot. But we're not going to really count those because I've gone over some of those before. So one of the newer apps that I use is Tweetbot. That's the application I use for Twitter. If we go into Tweetbot, we'll go into the main view here. Here's some people I follow, and it gives the normal feed that you would expect. We have @, we have our direct messages, and some favorites and searches and things like that. Really simple, but it's a fast, easy to use, good-looking version of Twitter, and as you can see, I slid over there to see if there were any replies. It has a lot of little interesting features like that. If you get a lot of replies from people, that would be more relevant, of course. But that's basically it as far as that goes. That's the Twitter client I use regularly. Now, let's go over to the next screen, and I'll show you all the different news applications I use. I use a lot of news applications because I follow all the tech news, that sort of thing, to see what's current and what videos I should post, things like that. So we have Engadget. That's probably my favorite tech site that I use a lot for information, that sort of thing, news updates. And most of you, if you know what Engadget is, probably know about this app. But basically it's just their feed of everything going on. I also use Boy Genius Report, or BGR Mobile. Same thing, more feeds, that sort of thing, and it just shows the different, news of the day going on that they've posted. I also use Twa, or the unofficial Apple weblog. They're also like a subsidiary of AOL, along with Engadget, Joystick, and Autoblog. They're all pretty much the same type of app, just feeds to different things. So this would be Apple News. Here we have video game news. I follow that. This app wasn't working properly. I don't know why. Their website seems to be working fine. Let's see if we can close that. See if it'll work. This morning it's not working. This is the start of E3. I don't know if that's part of it or what, but it doesn't seem to be working today. I don't really use MacLife a whole lot, but just it's there. And then Autoblog. Not only am I really into technology, I'm really into cars. So that said, that's why I have Autoblog. I really like Autoblog. Been using or following Autoblog for years now. So we have that. Now, there are some other applications you're going to see on here. I don't really have this that well organized right now because I'm always trying out new things as far as applications go, that sort of thing. One of the applications I use for camera when I'm not using the normal camera is I'm using Camera Plus. Camera Plus allows you to take very fast pictures and then edit them nicely. Once it comes on here, I'll show you. There we go. So if I want to take a picture quickly, when it doesn't use the flash, it's very quick. It's just click, 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 and it will work. Then you have your list of photos here, and you can edit them right within the application. There's my fingers. We can do clarity, and it will edit these things right there. Or auto, that sort of thing. So it's a pretty neat application and is great for photos. If you don't have it, it's definitely worth picking up if you take a lot of photos. Now, as you can see, I have other things such as the Weather Channel, Podcaster, those sort of things. That's not really something I use a lot right here, but they're there. I use eBay a lot because I do sell quite a few things on eBay from time to time, or buy, like different phones, that sort of thing. And eBay's pretty much eBay. You can search, you can sell. You can actually sell right from here. It will allow you to take pictures, that sort of thing. Have messages. It's probably an invoice. But that's basically it. If you don't know what eBay is, go to ebay.com and check it out, and you get the idea. I use a lot of video applications, so Hulu Plus or Netflix I use quite a bit. And AirVideo I've used quite a bit in the past. Not so much right now, since I got rid of my iMac and got a MacBook Pro, since it's not on as often. But basically Hulu Plus, I subscribe right now on and off. It depends if there's a series I want to see, then you can watch all of those things on Hulu Plus. Netflix, again, same thing. But let's move on to these finance applications. Now, if you don't know what Mint is or Page Once, they're both very similar apps. They basically track bills and that sort of thing. Mint is a little bit different than Page Once is. They're very similar, but Page Once basically can keep all of your credit cards or any of your PayPal information and tell you what the balances are. Mint does similar things, but that's about it. Now, Moneywell is something I use regularly. Whether you have a bank account now or not, Moneywell works great with a Mac. There's an application on the Mac that actually has, I'm not going to go into it just to, because all my finances are listed there, but basically this is a checkbook, and will keep all of your not bills, but basically your checkbook, and will sync with the Mac version. So what I do is the Mac version is the main version. It will let you put receipts in, things like that. I use it all the time. Weekly when I pay bills, that sort of thing. And then if I buy things throughout the week, say I buy a coffee somewhere, I can put it in there, say where I bought the coffee. When I come home, I go into it, I can sync it up, and I don't ever have to go and enter it manually into the checkbook. I do it on the spot, and we're good to go. So I think it's a pretty good app. Let's move on to the next one. Instagram is still installing, but I've been using that quite a bit lately. And if you follow me on Twitter, I don't know what it's doing here. If you follow me on Twitter, you'll see that. I don't allow people to follow me on Facebook, other than the fan page, to follow me on Facebook that aren't family, just because I have a lot of family pictures and that sort of thing, as you probably understand. But I use Instagram for pictures and, whatever, what it's made for. So you take pictures, it will auto-post to Twitter, Facebook, those sort of things. One of the games I've been playing lately, now I don't know if you guys are familiar with Mac Heist. Mac Heist is seems to be a yearly software bundle that's offered from MacHeist.com, and it's usually a $50 bundle that includes 10 to 12 great pieces of software that you can use on your Mac. Well, this year they came out with this game, The Heist, and The Heist is a puzzle game that I guess there's a real prize at the end, or was, or is, I'm not really sure. But basically, I'm working my way through all the puzzles. There's all sorts of different interesting puzzles. You've got these block-style puzzles, where you have to get this thing over through here, and you just mess around with these and try and get there. There's 4 different styles of puzzle. This app's only $1 too, so this is a Sudoku-style puzzle, or Sudoku, and you basically have to line these different symbols up into order. Whoops, I hit the wrong button there. Let's go back in. We'll go back. We also have that one I just showed you, the box, and then we have a pipe-style puzzle where it's kind of one of these little old-style block puzzles, but you've got to get the pipes where they belong. And I guess as you finish these, I'm on the 4th. I've unlocked 3, I believe, now, and I get the 4th, and I get to unlock the bars and see what's in the vault. But that's pretty much it. It's a pretty nice app. I think it's #1 on the App Store right now, and it's pretty good. Now, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and one of the podcast apps I use the most is Twit. For any of you that haven't listened to Twit, it's This Week in Tech, but they also have, or the Twit Network. It's Leo Laporte's network, and they also have Mac Break Weekly and Windows Weekly and all these things. I listen to most of those just to stay up to date, or listen to commentary mostly. So basically you'll see this is their schedule for today, and you can listen live. You can go back to their previous ones. They call them netcasts, podcasts, whatever. You can go back to This Week in Tech. You can listen to the audio or video archive. It's a really handy app and does a great job at what it's supposed to do, let you listen or watch the podcasts. So there isn't really a whole lot more that I use on here. I really don't do a whole lot of gaming on here anymore. I do have some games. I actually have a lot of games. I only have a few on here now, as you can see. Angry Birds Field Runners is one of my all-time favorites. I've played that through quite a few times. And then Madden NFL. Not really that much into sports, but it's a fun game from time to time. So there isn't a whole lot on here. I probably should start looking into some more things on here. There are so many apps, but I am pretty busy as well. I've actually been using GasBuddy to find cheap gas prices around here also. This is a free app that just tells you, what the local price is. So let's see what it is. Regular, the closest one to me is actually the Citgo, so it's $3.83. It's that's basically what it does. Real simple. So I really don't have a lot of other apps to go into. That's what I use the most. I wake up every morning, check my email, then I'll check Engadget and all the different news. Maybe look at the Bible a little bit, tweet a little bit, and that's about it. I stay pretty busy with that sort of thing. So if you have anything that you think I should try that you didn't see me show off here, please let me know. If there's something newsreader-wise that you think's better than all of those, let me know, because I may have just missed it in the App Store with the hundreds of thousands of apps in there now. Thanks for watching, though, and again, let me know any app. It doesn't have to be a newsreader. It could be any. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.